Hi, I'm Ara Hoffman, and I'd like to welcome you to Usborne Books and More. I'm going to give you a small sampling of some of what we offer and a little bit of why I think these books are the best there are. You do need to know that Usborne Books and More offers over 1,600 different titles and more all the time. So what I'm going to show you is actually a very small sampling. To start off with, we do have books for children from birth all the way to adulthood. I'm going to start with some that we have for our youngest set, some of our baby books. This is That's Not My Puppy. I really do enjoy all the titles that are in the series That's Not My. One of their best features is all of their patches of touchy-feely parts. I'll show you some of the pages. There's something on each page that your child gets to feel and experience. The book itself is extremely sturdy. You can see here it has a very strong board book page. Extremely bright colors really draw your child's age. Again, this was That's Not My Puppy. Also, we have Animal Hide and Seek, which is another, it's a luxury touchy and feely. This still has the patches in it that have the textile feel. Something I love pointing out, the books themselves are great. Kids love them. It draws them in with the colors and the pictures. But we don't just do this only because it's fun, although that's a good reason. There's actually been a lot of research that's shown having something for your child to touch as you're reading to them helps stimulate brain activity, helps build brain connections, which is how they are going to build their language skills. So we're trying to help you as you help your child learn and grow. Now, moving up from some of the baby books, we do have picture books that are suitable for any child that you want to sit and read with. Our picture books always have something that just makes them spectacular. They almost always have the bright colors and really neat, exciting illustrations to help draw your child in. The stories can be anywhere from just fun to maybe teaching a lesson. This particular title, A Tale of Two Beasts, is going to help teach a lesson. I wish I could read the whole book right now for you because I really enjoy this title, but I don't have time. So they might teach a lesson, they might just be fun, or perhaps they're going to help you again with some of that vocabulary learning curve that you're doing with your child. This particular author, Eric Odie, a lot of his writings, his words in his books are very lyrical. A lot of cadence to them, rhyming words, and he's very clever. This is obviously titled Too Many Tomatoes, has great illustrations in it, but the storyline goes along with this wonderful cadence that you can just almost feel like you're singing the book to the child without singing, and you learn a lot of different principles in it. We have some fantastic picture books. Now, we also have books that are designed solely to help your child learning to read. However, they're super fun at the same time, so it's a great little trade-off. This is our phonics line, age-old favorites. This is just a couple of the titles. I adore this series. I've used this series not only with my own children, but when I substitute teach, I take these titles a lot of times with me when I'm in the lower grades. The pictures are fun, the storyline is cute, but it has a rhyming cadence to all the words. Very short sentences, easy words, relevant to the text that you see. This helps you anticipate what's coming next. You start listening for those rhymes and hearing what's going on. I highly recommend this for every pre-reader. It's fantastic for those children who are actually beginning to read also, but it is a wonderful tool for slow or struggling readers. I have been in classes where we've been doing reading recovery, and the children just haven't learned to find the enjoyment in reading yet because they're not very successful. I've been able to allow them to help me read these books, and then they want to finish it themselves, and they want the book again because they were successful, and they're learning one or two new words as they read each book that they didn't have before. So these are a paperback. Each of these titles are paperback. They're a great buy. If you like to stretch your dollar just a little, I always like to point this out. This is what we call a combined volume. Ted and Friends actually has 12 of our phonics titles, like what I just showed you, in it, bound up together. This one also has a read-along CD. Typically our combined volumes come in a hardback binding, so it's a little bit more durable. Absolutely save money by getting this one book and getting all the enclosed titles. So we want to help you stretch your dollars if we can. Now, I like to show these two. This is one of our activity books actually, but it is such a great learning tool. This is great for all the preschoolers as they are moving into school. So our Wipe Clean series, and this is the alphabet one. We have one that is about numbers. We have one that's about telling time, different things like that. So the premise behind it is it's fun, bright colored things to do on the inside, but we make it in a way that's going to help your child learn how to make their letters. So you can see it's telling you how to go to make the A here. You're going to use the dry erase marker that comes with it right in the book on this very sturdy, slick page that's provided, and then you or your child can wipe it clean and do it all over again. So one more interesting way that you can stretch your dollar, because you're going to reuse it. Now, as we move up in reading level, we would be in school-age kids, and chapter books are a must. I cannot possibly show you all the chapter books that we offer. There's just too many. So I'm going to try to quickly highlight a couple. We can start with our first chapter books, Billy B. Brown and the accompaniment Hey Jack. Our first chapter books, you can see they have really big words, short sentences. They have short chapters in them, but they are chapters. So your child feels like they're growing into that. As they get a little bit better, some of our chapter books, they'll have more words, smaller print, things like that. Super fun. This is one of our newest series, Pup Patrol. From there, we have all sorts of different things that interest. Another, Ella Diaries is another one of our newest chapter books, kind of a mid-elementary reading level. Upper elementary, we have the series The Gateway. Again, they're just getting more and more in depth on what they're offering for reading level. This is kind of a mystery series. And then we actually have young adult fiction that I know a lot of adults who enjoy, and I'm one of them. This was a newer series that just came out recently. The Kumari series is what it is. And the interesting thing to me about this, I mean, it's very young adult. It's big. It's a big novel. But it's set in Japan, and I personally don't read a lot of Japanese-related customs or literature. So I actually learned a lot with this book simply because it showed a lot of Japanese terms, talked about a lot of Japanese customs, things like that. It does come, just for those of you who are interested, with a glossary at the back. It shows all these Japanese words, how to pronounce them correctly, and what they mean. So you are learning something as you go. I said that we had activity books earlier. We have a variety. We have anything from sticker-related books. If you've seen some of our sticker dolly dressing, it has a story with the dolls in it. The stickers are in the center that you match up and dress the dolls. We have some new activity books here I'm going to show. This is Astronaut Academy. So if you've ever thought about being an astronaut, this has a lot of different things that you can do, and you can learn about outer space and what it takes to be an astronaut. A very wide variety of things to do. Brand new, super fun. This is a new one too I had never seen, and I have to tell you that my 14-year-old daughter thought it was the coolest thing. Cut and Color Playbook Cities. It actually is going to help teach you how to make a multi-layered picture. You cut away some of the white space after you've colored the bottom, and when you're all done, it's going to stack up and make a multi-layered city. Very interesting activity, especially if you're art related. Enjoy that sort of thing. The last thing I was going to show you real fast is some of our nonfiction. I always love to start with this series. It's kind of like the beginner series. It is internet referenced. It's written on a lower elementary reading level. I'll show you some of the inside. Great pictures, very relevant text, easy to read. We go up from there. This is more like a upper elementary to a high school level, reading level. Beautiful, beautiful pictures. This is the Mystery and Marvel of Nature. Both of these, you can go onto our website, and it tells you how in here. There'll be, and I know it's hard to see because it's a dark page, but it tells you to go to our internet link, our Quick Links web page, tells you how to do it. You put in the book that you're reading about, and you can get additional information about what you're reading. Great to supplement a lesson if you're at school, or if you just have a child who really is into what they're reading. This will allow them to gain a greater understanding. I've even had children who've used this sort of thing to help with projects or papers where they need multiple sources. So that is a free service. You do not have to go online, but if you choose to, it is screened for appropriateness and it's updated regularly. We also have things like this. This is science-related stuff. Great for teachers who are looking for science activities. There's 365 of them. You might get your child's science project idea out of here. We actually went through this book when we were looking for one of our children's science project ideas. So, and some people are just science junkies and love to do some of this stuff. So we have a huge variety. Again, there's so much we offer that I haven't been able to show you. Feel free to go on my website, www.ayrasbooks.com. That's A-Y-R-A-S books.com. You can see our entire catalog. If you have any questions, please let me know how I can most help you. Thank you so much.